Boom, I'm in the room. Good evening, everybody. Or good morning, or good afternoon. Depends on where you're watching from. Now, you're here because there's nothing on the telly. And I'm coming to you live from the Old Heale Manor. And I'm your host, Lord Heale. Now, gold, drove, and there's been some stuff going on. Me, Lord Heale, Lady Heale, we were away yesterday. We went off, started the day off with a big breakfast, the Armed Forces and Veterans Breakfast Club over at Hornet, and we had a nice turnout. We had just under 70, I think it was 69 turned to for breakfast, which is not a bad number, because seeing that it is, what's the name? What do you call it? It's the holiday time, isn't it? It's summer. People are away. Start of school holidays and all that. So to get that sort of number is pretty good. So we're quite impressed with that. What else were we impressed with? Well, after that, we scarpered. We jumped in the old jalopy and headed slightly north to Northampton, and stayed in a very nice hotel, the Hopping Hare in Duston. And in the evening, we got a taxi just down to the Freemasons. Freemasons Lodge, which is just literally about a mile or so away. And we had a commemorative, we had a celebratory dinner for the Battle of Talavera, which was fought on the 27th of July 1812. And the 44th and 54th, the 48th and 58th Foot took part in it. And they had a real good victory. They had a decisive, what their actions were decisive, that actually saved the day for good old Wellington. So that's what we celebrated last night. Really nice dinner, really nice company. We had some guys from Northampton Company of the 2nd Battalion, the Royal Anglian Regiment, which was a pleasure. What else did we do? Well, there was yesterday, you probably haven't seen it on the mainstream media. If you watch the mainstream media, you probably wouldn't have noticed. But there was a bit of a march in London. It's difficult. There was about 100,000-ish, they reckon, turned up in Trafalgar Square, or outside the Courts of Justice, and then marched down to Trafalgar Square. Really peaceful demonstration. All patriots, all colours, all religions, all celebrating Englishness or being British. It's all about that. And then what happens? At the end of it all, the old Bill goes and arrests Tommy Robinson. And they've arrested him under the Terrorism Act of 2000. Stinks, doesn't it? Because, well, he showed his film, Silenced. I put my hand up, I watched it. I watched that film this afternoon. I'd urge you to go and watch it, and you'll see exactly what's been going on. Proper bit of journalism. And he's been vilified. He is been made the villain in all of this. It's wrong. So, yeah, what they're urging, the supporters, the guys, peaceful demonstration. Don't get sucked in to being reactionary. Don't step across the line. Don't be like them. But there's a demonstration outside Downing Street at the moment, or this afternoon, asking for his release. Now, apparently it wasn't the Met Police that nicked him, it's the Kent Police. Apparently he's due in court tomorrow for this film Silenced. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. We'll keep an eye on it. Now, the coppers up in Manchester Airport. Didn't take long for the build-up, the actual footage to come out, did it? Of what transpired. All those that was calling for the police to be hung, drawn and quartered. Let's hope that they're eating some humble pie. And if you've got anything about her, Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary, should resign. Simple as that. She should resign. She was so quick to take the side of the thugs, those potential terrorists. Yeah, took their side over supporting the police. Armed police don't generally overreact and taser people for no apparent reason. Now, she would have seen that footage before it was released. She would have known what transpired before it all, before that one little tiny end clip of the copper kicking him. The fact, you watch the clip, the actual, what transpires, he gets clumped savagely in the back of the head. This thug whacks him in the head before he got tasered. And as soon as he got up, he kicked him. Can you blame the bloke? But the Home Secretary, instead of standing by the police, no, appeased the demographic, didn't they? Right? Yeah, sided with the thugs. We know where this government's taken us, don't we? We know what they did to us yesterday. There's another clip that came out yesterday, the peaceful march that's going on in Trafalgar Square. What did they do? They got one of these plasticine lot with his soddy great big flag and escorted him right past Trafalgar Square, hoping to generate a reaction. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Two-tier policing? You tell me. If it had been the other way round in a plasticine march and somebody with a Union flag, they would have taken the Union flag off of him and arrested him for his own safety. No, they paraded this wanker. Yeah. Well, that's what we're up against. Oh, evening, Keith. Welcome. I'm on my hobby horse again. Yeah, have you seen any of it? Have you seen any of what's been going on? It's annoying. It really is what they're trying to do. It's difficult to know where their narrative is. But they're against patriots. They're against the British people. There's some sheikh or other that wants to buy an island up in Scotland. It's up for sale for £1.5 million. And he wants to turn it into an Islamic state, his island. Wants mosques on there, wants Sharia law on there. Yeah. And this government let him do it. What's your thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on what you've seen today and yesterday? Is it right? Do you think this government is complicit with being against its own population? I do. I think we're in danger in this country, and I don't think it's going to end well for us. Not with this government, anyway. The Home Secretary should resign. And now, another one that's came out. Now, we're expecting tomorrow the Rachel Reeves to say, oh, there's a £20 billion black hole. We're going to have to raise taxes to fill it. Yeah, this wasn't in their manifesto, was it? No, we will not raise any taxes. We've looked at the books. They've already looked at the books before the elections. The books are there, transparent to see. That's how we know that we're in debt for £2.7 trillion. That's why we're having to pay billions in interest. All during the COVID. The quantitative easing that the Bank of England helped out. They're charging us interest on the money that they printed. You couldn't make this stuff up. Feel sorry for the copper, but that's because people on social media don't get the full facts. Right, absolutely. Very, very quick to condemn him. Very quick. And you've only got to look at that clip. That first clip that they pushed out. I'm surprised that some left woofer didn't get to the CCTV footage and delete it. Oh, the Peaky Biker. Good evening. Yeah. Hey, mucker. Yeah. Hey up, mucker. Just back from, was that? A Whitbread weekend. Brilliant. Good. So, we're on about what was going on over this weekend. It's beyond belief of what they were trying to do. Though the police were actually trying to provoke people. 50 to 100,000 people in Trafalgar Square. 2 arrests. That's it. 2 arrests. It was peaceful. They tried to incite trouble. You couldn't make it up. You just couldn't make it up. But I feel strongly about this. In fact, if I hadn't have been off on this regimental dinner, I would have been up in London yesterday. I would have gone up there myself in support. The reason that they're going after Tommy Robinson is because they don't like the truth. You look at stuff that he's done over the years, he's not a racist. He's not even far right. He's just right. And all he's tried to do is to point out what's been going on with these grooming gangs. He's concerned for the girls that have been groomed and raped as young as 9. How? And the councils have covered it up. The police have covered it up. The politicians have covered it up. Turned a blind eye to it all. They don't want to deal with it. Too much of a hot potato. Yeah, it's and now people are starting to see through it all. People are starting to see that Tommy Robinson has been right all along, and they don't like it. That's why they've arrested him today on some trumped up terrorism charge. It's it's a bit of a concern, but we'll see how it transpires, see what comes out of it. He stands to be put in prison for 2 years in solitary confinement. Do you think he'll survive prison? Do you think somebody will get to him? Time will tell on that one. So anyway, I thought I'd do the old live from the Old Heale Manor today, because I didn't do it yesterday. But there's some good news. The radio station's still working. It's still playing 24/7. The link's there. That's the link down there. Can you see it? Have a listen. Get it logged into your internet, and when you can't sleep at night, stick it on. There's a chance it's going to put you to sleep. It's a cure for insomnia. So please support the channel. If you're new here, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's growing. I'm getting new subscribers, which is good, because I need to. It just helps getting some words out. Now, I'm not like Horace, old Horace Podmore. I don't know what's happened to his channel. I think it's been taken. I think he's been blocked, which is a shame, because he was a good chap, old Horace Podmore. I had a look, his stuff's still up there, but he can't get onto it apparently. He can't get access to his own channel. Don't know why. Perhaps YouTube don't like him. They don't like me much either, because apparently they don't know where to put me, because I've got a diverse amount of content. So I've got the ordinary people's extraordinary stories. I've got everyday conversations regarding mental health. I've got the motorbike stuff. I've got some sailing stuff on there. That's where they don't know where to put me. And then I've got these little lives that I do, and yeah, so YouTube's a funny old beast. But there you go. Such is life. I think I'll call it a day on that, because I don't want to wind myself up too much before going to bed. Just to, like I say, I had a great time last night with some old mates and that. So it was a good event. It was fairly well run. And yeah, really enjoyed the evening. So did Lady Heale. So we'll definitely be going again next year, because do like to support the regiment where and when I can. So talking to supporting the regiment, we've got a regimental rugby coming up at the end of the month. So I shall be going to that and then on to the gathering the following day, which I'm really looking forward to. Whoop.